Send me some sorry lines, but passion undying, that the oceans can't subside.
Today we're talking about covering paper mache, and all of these ladies you're looking at were just plain paper mache, and you can see on the bottom, and we've covered them with clay, and we've done a variety of techniques. On this one, Kira has decoupaged onto the paper mache and then added the clay right on there. And she's added a little necklace, and inside, which you'll see in pictures because you can't see it on film, she's also added one of her faces. And she's cut this out, so this is hollow inside, and that's how she was able to get things inside of it. And it was neat. There's like some newspapers because it's made with newspaper. You can see the newspaper inside. So that's the one Kira did. Here's one that I have done where I used the texture makers, which are by Studio by Sculpey, and they, what size are these? What is it, like a 4x6
yeah,
probably?
4x6, I think.
And they're really flexible. They work really well. Here's the one I used on the front. It's a vine. And here's one I used up top. And here's a swirl one that Kira, actually this is the swirl one Kira used on this. And this one we used on this bottle here. Well, I call them bottles, but they're not bottles. They're actually lady figures. I used to make bottles that were shaped like women, and I used to sell them like crazy at the art shows. As a matter of fact, I sold out of them. But this was used on this piece here. And then there's a bigger leaf that we used here. And that is this one. So as you can see, you can do so many different things with this technique, you know. We're going to show this particular bottle being made, here I go again, this particular lady being made in polymerclayclassroom.com. So you can check that out. And you really don't need that many supplies for this. This is our magic transfer paper that we've made a design and made her chest with that. And here we have the silver leaf, and we've used the dye ink in blue over it, and it tones it down a little. And some canes. And this is the Studio by Sculpey clay that we used on these two as well. And Kira's added some vines and some little, did you do that with the etch and pearl?
Yeah, etch and pearl.
Yeah, that was done with the etch and pearl. And just, you can really have a good time making these, and you can really come out with some really unique designs.
Yeah. So we didn't, on my decoupaged one, I decoupaged tissue paper with Mod Podge, and that created enough of kind of a gluey surface where I just kind of laid the studio pieces on there and they stuck to it. When we make our bottle in polymer, our woman in Polymer Clay Classroom, now you got me saying it.
I got it on the brain.
We did not use any glue or fixative of any kind. We just laid the studio clay right onto the paper mache, and it is going to adhere just fine.
Right, and we used the texture makers on all of the bottles. We used them. Here, Kira's used some of the texture makers here and here and here, and again on the back.
Yeah, so we wanted to show you, if you are faced with a large piece of paper mache, which these I consider big.
Yeah.
This is big for me. So just decide on your favorite colors and your favorite shapes and your favorite designs and just go for it.
Right. And there's a lot of different designs in this Studio by Sculpey. I mean, I also used this branch one on the side, and that was a cool one on the back. So there's a lot of different designs. There's like a stone type of design, some squares. Actually, let me show you those a little closer. That's the stone. That's the little squares. This is the waffle type of pattern which we used on the back of her. This is the swirl. We need to clean these, as you can tell, that Kira used right here. And I showed you these. And this one. And I think we have a couple more. There's a larger kind of leopard,
almost like
animal
cobblestone
print.
or giraffe or something.
Yeah. And there was one here that Kira used the writing, which she used in hers on the back here. So as you can see, you can have a lot of fun doing this. So pick yourself up one of these bottles or one of these paper mache ladies at your local craft store and have fun with it.
send me some sorry lines, but passion undying that the oceans can't subside.